talk about what's going on in Ohio. Several days ago, a train derailed in East Palestine, Ohio, which is about 25 miles west of Pittsburgh. The train was carrying a massive amount of highly toxic chemicals. Chemicals so toxic, in fact, that some of them were used as biological weapons during World War I. The train derailed and spilled chemicals all over the place, requiring evacuations of the 5,000 residents in this town. Not everyone, of course, has the ability to leave. It's causing a lot of issues. A day or two after the derailment, they had to do a controlled release of toxic chemicals into the air. And since then, there have been reports of people not able to return to their homes at all in some cases, pets getting very sick, chickens dying en masse, people experiencing asthma symptoms, and difficulty breathing. We do not know the full impact of what this train derailment is going to mean for the folks in this area and potentially even within 100 miles of this area. Rail workers have been blowing the whistle that something like this could happen for years. Rail management companies made billions of dollars in profits as they continue to cut safety and maintenance. Thanks to some federal deregulation that occurred between 2018 and 2020, trains are allowed to run longer trains with fewer overseers. Maintenance projects have been delayed. Staffing has been cut to very unsafe levels, with some trains only having 2 people working on them. And the rail companies wanted it to go to one engineer for a 2-mile-long train? United Rail Workers is blaming these unsafe standards and delayed maintenance for why the train was derailed, and warning that this is probably not the last time something like this is going to happen unless immediate action is taken. As it is, there's been 8 train derailments in this area over the last 5 years. And now let's talk about the reporter that was arrested at Governor DeWine's press conference talking about the Ohio train derailment. This is News Nation reporter Evan Lambert. Evan was covering Governor DeWine's press conference, which was held in a gymnasium. The press conference was supposed to start at 3 p.m., but it was delayed until 5 p.m. 5 p.m. is when Evan has to go live on the air for News Nation. So he went live. He was reporting on the press conference from the back of the gymnasium. His live report was taking place while Governor DeWine was giving the press conference, and some people thought that maybe Evan was being a little too loud. In particular, this fella here. This is Major General John Harris of the National Guard. He approached Evan Lambert and told him to cut off his live broadcast because it was distracting from the press conference. Evan, who was live on TV at that time, responded, "You guys strung this out. I have to do my live report." At this point, Major General Harris said he felt threatened by Evan and put his hands on Evan's chest. Evan then yelled, "Assault, assault. Do you see this guy? He's trying to assault me." That's when other law enforcement officers joined this exchange and asked him to leave the area. Evan responded, "I am live right now. I am covering this. It is my right as a journalist." And so they took him outside and they arrested him for criminal trespass and disorderly conduct. He was held for 5 hours before he was released. Governor DeWine has said that this should have never happened. He should have never been arrested. And we are waiting for the charges against him to be dropped. And that's what you missed in Ohio.